Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. ChriStreama's on the line. How you doing, ChriStreama?
She's here, yeah.
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Here. You hate this, don't you? I think ChriStreama likes it, though.
Spending time on the radio. I really like the Tom and Dan show. I really like it. Time to learn of what I miss.
Is it recorded in the bathroom?
I think so.
The next segment is the girl I'm kissing. ChriStreama. La 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 la. ChriStreama. La 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 la. ChriStreama. La 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 la. ChriStreama. I love you on the Tom and Dan show.
I like it.
Does he have like a recording studio or some sort of better mic?
Obviously, you can tell he has a recording studio.
In the bathroom? Oh,
Love you on the Tom and Dan show.
I mean, nowadays with the equipment better, it seems like the recording could be a little bit better.
It reminds me of like something you'd see like at Fest, a singer-songwriter, some guy out there with his acoustic guitar, just three chords in the truth, Tom.
But when you're recording it, like, you put some towels.
His iPhone.
Yeah, but the kids like this. They like it rough and unedited.
Raw,
look
bro.
Look at TikTok. They're not Industrial Light and Magic. They're just, they just do it with the warts and all, and people love that.
Hold on, the kids these days, they like their songs well recorded, right? Like, they don't want it.
Nah.
Not necessarily.
They want it badly recorded?
It's one or the other. It's like overly produced or super raw.
Yeah, and on a cassette tape.
Right.
Cassette tapes are
Tom
bad.
wants a better version of it. Okay.
He wants a
can do another
professional
version.
recording.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah, I mean-
put some towels up.
Spend some money on some studio time.
You don't have the studio now. You don't need it.
You got to save your money. No,
You could be in your room.
No, you got to go.
Put some towels on the wall.
You got to go to an old smoky guy that owns a place called like Real Time Studio.
Hold on, you gave me a mic for our Corona backup that it literally
Our bug out bag, yeah.
it's
We
just
have
a tiny box
Yes.
and a mic,
Yes.
like a Rode mic, and it sounded great.
It does, yeah.
Or an SM58.
Yeah, it's an SM58.
SM58 with a little box.
You
that Daniel
recorded
gave
this
me.
on your phone, right?
He did, yes.
Okay. No, I'm okay with it. Just, grumpy dad.
Just saying, there's going to be played on the radio. I don't know if he's ever heard of that. Very big.
Big time.
Yeah. It goes out everywhere.
We turn your voice into electricity and we shoot it into the clouds.
Yeah. Do you know how the radio works? It's a giant tower that beams out an FM signal. And somehow it's like it stops around St. Augustine.
Yeah, Bridge Alliance is,
can't go past that.
You can't go past bridges. That's it's science.
Which is weird.
You'd think it'd be able to go far, far. Hey, the internet does that. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I know.
You just get on the internet.
Yeah. The internet goes immediately worldwide.
Yeah, wherever you want,
In
real
one
time.
button.
Yeah. So what do you got?
How's that work?
What do you got on streaming for this week, ChriStreama?
Well, I have been streaming a new show that I found that I thought Daniel would appreciate, especially because he does a lot of the he does the editing and all that, and Samantha. And it's called Cinema Toast. Have y'all heard of that? It's on Showtime.
Cinema Toast?
No, I don't have Showtime.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you haven't heard of it.
No, I never heard of it.
I came across this a few weeks ago, actually. It's been out for a little bit, but it's the guys, the Duplass brothers. They do a lot of movies and stuff, and I'm a big fan of theirs. But they basically take all of these old movies and things that are public domain, and they edit them with brand new storylines and actors. And there's like different actors that like Allison Brie. That guy, Fred Armisen, Nick Offerman, Megan Mullally. Those are just a few that are in the first one. And so it's kind of nerdy, I guess, but it took a lot of effort for them to go through and actually make a real storyline and a real show based on this footage that they have. I've only seen a few episodes, but the first one is a Jimmy Stewart movie that I've never seen. And then the second one is like this weird cartoon/movie from back in like the 50s. But it's a pretty neat show.
It looks cool,
It sounds sort of like, are they making the older movie that's public domain, are they making it now seem like an entirely different movie by just adding and taking away?
Yes. Yes.
It sounds
And it's
sort of
funny.
like, it reminds me of like DJs used to do back in the day where they'd say like.
Take a sample.
Yeah,
and
they'd
then,
take like something and then they'd, like throw it in to make it sound like the person was talking about something, but they weren't. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Very much like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are they?
So it's pretty cool.
They're using the footage from the movie and then adding their own footage that looks like. Does it look like that movie? Like you're talking about Jimmy Stewart movie, so I imagine it's like black and white.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they're adding their own characters in black and white, so it looks like it's the same movie, but they're just changing the plot and everything.
It's all the way that it looks is all the old movie. They only add in the sound. So they're making it sound like this. So it's not like perfect. Kind of like if you've seen a dubbed movie, it's not completely perfect, but they do a darn good job of it.
Okay,
And so it's all the old footage.
so they're just playing their old movie and they're adding their own.
They're dubbing it with voice actors.
okay.
yeah.
So it's kind of like a Mystery Science
Yeah.
Theater vibe,
Yes.
too. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. I thought you guys would like that.
That is
And then-
interesting that they got all
That's
those
cool.
big stars to do. And
It
they're
seems
all.
insanely hard to repurpose the movie using just the audio, but the actual movie is still the same, so you'd have to loosely follow the plot line, right?
Well, you could make it something completely different.
I'll give you an example. The first one, like I said, I don't know this Jimmy Stewart. It's only like 30 minutes, so it's probably not the whole movie, but they take parts of it. It's about this man and his wife, and they invite the dad's parents are divorced, and they're arguing about inviting the mom to Thanksgiving, but they're having a Friendsgiving instead of a Thanksgiving. And the mom's like, "What is this Friendsgiving?" And Megan Mullally plays the mom.
So
And
you could
it's just
change
her
the
voice.
dialogue completely and make it a whole
Yes.
different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. It does sound difficult, but also very creative and fun to do.
Isn't the same kind
Yeah.
of concept as the lip sync guys? Yeah. The guys on
It's similar.
YouTube. Yeah.
Or like bad
Yeah,
lip reading.
similar.
Yeah, but lip reading.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the bad lip reading guys. Yeah, that stuff's funny. I enjoy
Yeah,
it. Okay,
it's
that's a
pretty
good
cool.
one. That is definitely a good one. I'll certainly check that out. I know Sam's kind of looking it up over there, and she seems interested in it. That sounds good. I'd never
I
heard
just
of
don't have Showtime.
Cinema Toast.
It's like the one streaming thing I don't have.
All right, what else you got?
So the other thing I had was I watched this weird episode on Discovery Plus. It just popped up, and it looked interesting. And it's this show called Unraveled, and it's called The Stalkers Web. And it's about these people back in the early 2000s that were victimized by this man who ended up being Christopher Hughes. And he went by different handles, but back then they didn't have the stalking laws like we have now. And this is it scared me so much that I deactivated my Facebook for a little bit because I was like,
God.
ooh.
What are you
This is
doing?
based off a podcast.
Yeah, Samantha's going to be all over this like flies on crap.
Billy
And-
Jensen's podcast.
It's very good. It's very eye-opening. But, of course, now things are a little more regulated. But this individual was such a creep. It's like his whole job was to not only troll but, threaten people. People got fired because of this. And he did it all behind this mask of being a troll on the Internet. But they end up, I don't want to give the whole thing away, but obviously they find
We got
out
a
who it
troll
is.
right
You know what the most scary thing
I
about
told you guys to leave him alone.
stalker is that and it used to be like you said, the stalking rules or laws were very loose, and it was hard to get even.
I mean, it was a better
protection.
time for stalkers.
Oh yeah, it was hard to even get a restraining order against a person without
Well, normally you would get it, and then 3 days later he'd kill you in a Hooters parking lot,
Well,
right?
Yeah, because it's nothing.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like you have a crazy person that you have proof that he's sending you, I'm going to kill you. You're
I wrote it down.
I think this guy means business. And then they're like,
Nah.
for a while, they weren't even letting you get a restraining order. But then now they're like, all right, we'll give you the restraining order. You're like, well, what's that going to do? The guy is going to murder me. You think he cares about going to jail for violating a restraining order? He's going to kill me. I think the restraining order isn't going to stop him from murder because murder isn't stopping him from murder. Like, we don't
Yeah.
say
Right.
Like, so
You know what? That's the smartest thing you've ever said on the show.
and he's also, I think he's planning to kill himself after he kills me.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
even worse. I don't think he cares what happens to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
where that's scary. And
Yeah.
So you freaked out and deactivated your Facebook. Now, were you
For a
watching?
little bit.
You watched this with your
I
husband?
did.
Was he just as scared?
No. Oh, he thinks I'm a freak for watching this stuff, like
Well-
the murders and all this.
the good thing
doesn't
is,
like-
Women love it, man. They love it.
people usually don't get obsessed with someone unless they're in the public.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make
Well,
you
it
scared.
Welcome back to the ChriStreama murders.
You can't scare me more than I can scare you, trust me.
Yeah, talk to
I
Samantha.
thought the
she'll-
FedEx driver was going to kill me yesterday.
Oh,
He pushed his way into my house. It got crazy.
He imagine this. He was bringing packages.
It must be. I feel bad for people that feel like they're going
You don't
to be
hide
murdered.
when the doorbell rings? Every time the doorbell rings, I run and hide.
Well, I knew it was an ABC delivery,
I
so I
never
didn't hide
answer
from
the
that
door.
one.
I've literally only a couple times in my life thought I was gonna get killed, and it was never that close. It
Okay,
was like,
sometimes when I'm here, I will.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just going to get raped, you know?
that's one that I never think about.
That's
That
worse than
women
thinking.
have to
That's a
worry.
woman
Yeah,
thing, yeah.
Women
Yeah,
have to
we
worry.
God, you
do.
said that like, you know what? Today I feel like onion rings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. 'Cause
I,
it's
It's a fact
one
of
step
life.
lower than murder,
Yeah.
but it's still terrible.
It's terrible. It's way
Yeah.
terrible.
I've never feared getting raped
Me
in my
neither.
entire life.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I know. I feel. I'm sorry.
I stand.
yeah.
some-
Men have no concept of that.
Sometimes-
fear that we have.
the door here. I'll stand in front of it, and somebody will be knocking, and
You hit the floor?
No, I just move. I move back and forth and seeing if I can like catch a glimpse of them through the curtain, and if I can't, and the door's not locked, I do that move where I'm holding the lock and I move it as slow as I can
Yeah.
to lock
You don't want
it.
to have them hear it. Yeah.
But then I think they do hear it, so they'll knock more. But then I just stand like a statue and I just stay there until they walk away. But then sometimes I try to shimmy to the right or left because I think they might shoot through the door.
Oh no.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I'm insane.
Yeah, okay, there, like that.
Samantha, how did the guy get in? Did he just walk in, or?
I went to grab the giant package out of his hands, and he said, "Oh no, let me put it in for you." Pushed past my shoulder, and then walked into my house to set down this package.
He's a vampire.
Yeah,
You invited
I did
him
not
in.
invite him in.
You invited him in by saying, "Let me get that," and he's like, "Oh yeah, blah blah."
So,
That's
ChriStreama,
not good.
have you seen the Bob Ross documentary?
I haven't seen it. I've heard good things about it. Did you like it?
Is
It-
everybody here watched it, or Sam? You
I
haven't
have
watched
not
it yet.
yet.
I know you watched it the other night. I was the first to
I
watch
was
it. It's
watching
pretty
Kid Nation yesterday.
It was
that's good, too.
I think they may have tried to stretch it out and tell a story a little bit beyond what was, they had to add a little extra drama and they kind of went too far sometimes. Honestly, I wish they would have focused on just how he became so popular off this painting show. They
Well,
did,
I wanted to know a little bit more about the military Alaska deal. You know, like the whole deal with him in the military, then living in Alaska, and it just seemed like they glossed over that.
Well, I think he was just there. I mean, he was only in the Air Force for like 4 years.
Yeah, but all he painted was like Alaskan scenes. You
Well,
know, I mean, he specialized.
The only thing that scared me is that my wife turned to me and said, "You do that." And when they talked about how like
You do perm your hair, and I
no,
think it's weird.
The son was talking about like my dad was never really in the moment. He was always thinking about future plans, and that's a mental disorder I have that I do as well. And it's horrible because most of the time I'm never in the moment.
Content.
I'm always looking at what I got to do or what I got to fix or what I'm
Right.
running through that in my head. I did think about, maybe that's a weird thing that other humans have that it's like a mental disorder.
You are Orlando's Bob Ross.
And for him, it was just
Bob Ross.
painting. Also, he was obsessed with the show and like producing more of the show, which
Well,
was
then,
odd.
especially when he died, when he found out he had cancer.
Yeah. But he would do 3 episodes a day.
Well, he got even tighter because
Yeah.
it was almost like he had to do it because he's like, I got to get all this out before I die.
Which makes me think he was addicted to it, which is probably unhealthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all this stuff, you start looking at working out does it too, or anything that's on the healthy side.
God, I wish I was addicted to working out.
I mean, Seth is. But
But I feel like that's like one of the better addictions. Because it's
Oh,
like
it's better
I've
than
become
heroin.
that way since I quit drinking.
But it's
So
better.
I've always thought that was stupid when people say I'm addicted to working out. I'm like, oh no, it happens. I never thought I'd be that person.
yeah, and you like the chemical change.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love the feeling.
healthier for you, but not healthier for your balance in life. Where
If you lean too hard in. Yeah.
well, being addicted to anything is imbalanced, and you're probably spending too much time doing that as opposed to other things that would balance your life out more. So it's same thing with work, and you could be addicted to all the stuff. Seems like Bob Ross was addicted to painting and putting out content because there was no reason. I mean, yeah, the dying part where he was trying to get as much out as possible, but it looked like this guy was hammering him out there, and money wasn't the
no, that
the
wasn't
driver.
the
You know,
no,
like
in fact, they don't really dig into
how much he made, or whatever.
whereas they did, cover the scandalous part of the money, which is obviously interesting for other reasons. They didn't really go through. I expected them to do like a small 10-minute segment on like lavish luxury, what he had. Like they did.
Yeah.
They said he liked fast cars, but really he only had a Corvette. I mean, it wasn't like he was doing.
Yeah, he didn't have 9 Corvettes.
Yeah, he
in
could
him.
have had.
Or could he? I don't know what his deal. It
I
sounded
think
like
so,
he
yeah. I
got
think he was
into
doing
it.
all right.
He got into where shady people signed a bad deal with them, and that was bad. But I won't ruin it though. But because my
There's
wife
some twists in there, yeah.
my wife mentioned what happened. Like, how much does a Bob Ross painting go for? Because
Well, that's.
and that's part of it.
That's
Like,
part of it.
yeah. And so finding that part out, like what happened to all the Bob Ross paintings and what
There are a couple here in town. There are a couple at the PBS studio here in town.
are they legit?
They are.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because that's the problem with the thing.
Yeah, they
Anyway,
are. They're the ones that were, again, don't want to spoil.
ChriStreama, are there any other newer streaming services that are on the horizon that you've heard about?
Unfortunately, no. We just moved recently to the Chicago area, like a suburb of Chicago.
I love
And
Chicago.
so I've been busy moving and stuff. So I haven't found out anything new. I've still been watching Showtime, and then I want to get HBO again because Halloween's coming up, and that's my favorite time of year. I love spooky stuff, and I'm scared. So I was thinking I'd find some lesser-known horror movies on
Hold on. You don't-
HBO.
You don't have HBO? You're
I have a
ChriStreama.
Showtime and not.
No, she goes one at a time.
Hold on.
and part of
Hold on.
ChriStreama's-
ChriStreama's supposed to have all the streaming
Part
services.
of ChriStreama's charm is that she is a one-stream woman. She doesn't cheat.
Yeah, and I go back and look at old stuff too.
Yeah.
But
Like, I'm
I did
going
wanna
back.
say-
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. All you.
Okay. I was just going to say I had this weird thought as to why streaming is actually kind of bad. Because I remember being younger in Florida, and like I was a poro, so we didn't have cable sometimes, and you'd have a DVD player or VCR, and you would watch the same movies over and over again, and they kind of become emotionally connected to you. I don't know if you guys are like that.
I was.
But we've lost
yeah.
that. We've lost it. We don't watch the same things over and over. So I've been kind of trying to revisit maybe some of my favorite classic
I don't know. I think it's
horror
way
movies.
more healthy to go on Netflix and scroll for half an hour.
Find nothing.
Then go back to The Office?
Then pick a movie,
Yeah.
watch the first 5 minutes, then immediately get mad because it didn't, it wasn't fast enough for you, and then you go out of it and you pick some other things, watch it for a little bit, then go out of it, and then go to bed. And then
You know
nothing
what?
accomplished.
Honestly, I spend more time just scrolling, and then I'm like, "What do you want to watch?" And she's like, "I don't know," and then she'll just go to Cheers, and then I fall asleep during Cheers.
I'm seeing
Oh, you're still on Cheers?
Okay, well, here's what I'm streaming, just to let you know. I finished Schmigadoon. Great show. If you like musicals, I'd say get that one. I finished Anne with an E. That's on Netflix. If you are, I'd say, primarily a lady and like, period-style dramas, go for that. I knew. Go for that one. That one's pretty good. And you know what I started rewatching again is the not Inglourious Bastards, Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, yeah.
I watched.
I'm in
I
the middle of that
love
one
that.
still.
I watched the first episode again, and I howled laughing. You know what? It hits. I think it hits a little harder the second time. I'm
gonna watch it again.
Yeah,
when I get my
I'm watching it
HBO.
again, and I think I'm enjoying it more because there are jokes in there that I missed. There's a lot of little jokes in there and a lot of little prep work in that show that's really, really good.
So, Samantha, pick
that's
3
excellent.
streaming services if you had to pick them for life, and that was it. From this day forward, what would it be?
Probably Hulu, Netflix, HBO.
Nah, no Disney Plus.
Okay, you want me to go? I'm
Yeah.
gonna go Crunchyroll. I'm
What
gonna go Paramount Plus, and I'm gonna go having a beer with Mike Premium.
Netflix, HBO, and Amazon.
Those are probably my three. Yeah, I
Amazon.
was thinking Amazon's the hidden one that's coming. Amazon's
God,
been coming back around. Like to me, where like if you can't find it anywhere else, Amazon's got some trashy ass stuff tucked away.
They
you
have
know?
really good.
They do.
Like the stuff they make themselves, like their own series and movies too. That I feel like a lot of people don't notice because they don't market them at all.
I may switch out Amazon
don't,
with a
yeah.
Disney Plus. But
Oh, all the nerds in the chat room are like, Dan mentioned Crunchyroll.
what
I'm
is that?
I'm one of you guys. It's like anime. It's like an
Oh,
anime
okay.
streaming service or cartoons and stuff. Yeah.
All right,
I'm gonna
ChriStreama.
have to tell my husband about that.
If you better get all the streaming services next time we talk to you, because I
Jeez.
can't. I mean,
Oh
it's
boy.
You got to start paying her.
Tom's
then.
about to fire you. I had no idea that you were serious.
it's like if we did a sports segment with someone who had no idea about sport.
You know, that's a good
oh my
one.
God!
Our whole life is a lie. Oh my God, what have we done? Next, you're going to tell me Butler isn't a qualified salesperson. What is happening?
Our
What
whole
the-
life is a lie.
Yeah, this is
You got anything to plug?
a terrible Thursday.
Or TV.
Oh, I do want to plug something.
Okay.
Since I moved to this area, I had to go back, and if you're not a BDM, you should be one.
way to
because
sell
I went
the
back
sizzle.
and looked at the. I went and looked. I found your TNT Chicago Part 2, and listened to that again.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Where we got drunk on Malort
Yes.
and we're dancing with some MILFs at a bar with Dan Stone.
I get
and
mad at that because I'm like, that wasn't entertaining
No,
in my
they
mind.
loved it.
Why do you love
They
it?
loved it.
You want two
Didn't Whopper like puke on a train or something?
Yeah, no, that was
Burger.
That was
Burger.
Who,
Yeah.
Close
A
enough.
lot
I think
of
he's
sandwich
married
names
now.
here, yeah.
I think he's married now. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
working at the Apple Store, and that's when they were wearing all white, and he puked his white Apple Store jacket.
Yeah.
Oh man, he got Burger King all over it.
I think he fell asleep and woke up on the wrong side of Chicago's tracks.
Oh,
You know,
no.
like,
Yeah, he almost
Yeah.
got killed.
Eee, that's never good. That's not good. I haven't actually been to Chicago yet, so.
It's
I'm
good.
excited
Yeah,
to
it's
check
good.
it out.
Yeah.
Go,
Cool. Well,
go walk around late at night. It's awesome.
No,
ooh.
the-
I've seen the news. I don't know.
I
Let's
think
do
it's
that.
fine. You know where to stay out
Just
of.
go ride the L nude. You'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
All right, ChriStreama. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Love you guys.
All right,
see ya.
love you too. Be good.
All right.
Well, you're really getting tough with all the guests this week.
My
Yeah,
God.
this guy's
I
put
think
this
it's
down.
Power
Yeah.
hungry.
You know what you do
Have
when
all
you
the
can't
streaming
when you can't
services.
control your sons at home. You over control your listeners who do your bits.
Well, how are you supposed to properly review all what's available streaming wise if you don't
She's
even
not.
have?
She's reviewing what she watches.
Yeah. What's weird is that you can't do this.
and then you
in
try
your-
to take over a segment
He-
on something you watched
he
that she
can't-
didn't even watch.
He can't do this and be this assertive in his own company, but he can damn sure dress down the lady on the line that's doing the free video. I mean, like, you listen here, you bitch.
I didn't say it. No, that's how you heard it.
Look, she
You do it
almost-
like my wife. Like I say something. and
We're
like,
emotional
why are you
people.
so mean? Stop
We're
being so emotional.
We're emotional people.
Just take it word
Life
for
is
word.
an emotional ride, man.
Why
Life's a
don't
highway.
Look, I'm not here for the logic. I'm here for the sunshine.
why don't you have HBO Max? I
Are you
want to
talking
know.
your son, or
No, but is it because it's too expensive?
maybe
yeah.
she's just not into
Sometimes-
HBO Max.
Yeah. But she did say she was thinking about getting it again.
I got all
so-
of them, and I don't know how I got all of them.
I
Does
mean,
that make sense? Like, I've got, like, when I load up my Xbox, they all line up, and I guess my wife did it, but I got them all. And I don't know how I got them all.
She must have signed up.
If
She
Or
watches
she's
a-
borrowing somebody else's.
That's another thing, too. Sometimes I see when she's logged in. Okay. I logged in on I think somebody else's account, and I started looking on Hulu to see which movies have the most boobs. Is that going to be searchable later in their history?
Yes.
Okay. I
I'm-
need to go in there and do some damage control later then.
we found out on our Netflix, we have like a Crystal, a Tommy and Max.
Yes.
And then we have an Alex, Crystal's sister, right? And we found out recently, like when Alex was over or something, like we were going on Netflix or something. And then we were like, oh yeah, how often do you use this account? She's like, what are you talking about? And then we're like, this is you, right? And you're like, no, I don't have my own Netflix. And then we were like, who is this Alex that's on there? What? We have no idea.
What are they watching? Did you see what they were watching?
If they're watching
don't know
Old
how to do that.
Jeopardy, it's the ghost
What
of
do
Alex
you mean
Trebek.
you don't know how to do that? Click on the profile and look what it says. Continue watching.
No, it's a
You don't want to see.
It's a don't care. I because I'm not
Don't
parent.
care.
Yeah, like if we
You're not curious at all at what the person's watching?
when Crystal hears a noise, like in our like someone like maybe someone's on a roof or in the garage or like
Somebody's on your
in the
roof.
back room, whatever. Crystal's like, "What's that?" Because she's paranoid as you guys, and then I'm like,
I'm not that paranoid.
I'm like, it's probably something fell, and they aren't you going to go out there and go out there and protect your family? And I'm like, oh, it's probably I did the math. I'm like,
Which means you did nothing.
99% chance it's no one, and it's just something that fell, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm
And then
not
I don't even
that
look.
paranoid anymore. Sometimes when I hear a noise in the house, I'm like, good, they're here to kill me. So I'm like,
that's
yes,
the
I've been
opposite.
waiting on you. Yes, come right in.
So that's the opposite.
Hope you
man.
got a sharp machete. I've been
Yeah.
waiting all night for you.
And I'm
Where
like-
were you? I've been drinking the whole time.
I'm like, the chances it's a murderer in the bedroom, like hiding in the closet, waiting for us to go to sleep to kill us. I mean,
don't think
it's
about that?
slim to no. I never
always
think about
think that what if they do it, and this is true.
I'm like,
This is
why
a-
would they do it?
I always
For what?
think if they're gonna do it, it's gonna be like in what's the movie? The war movie where they were hacking the ox.
the Vietnam.
Yeah,
Oh.
what is it?
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse
Thank
Now,
you.
yeah,
Why
yeah.
can't I think of that?
They hack your ox head
Apocalypse
off.
Now. I feel like I'm laying in bed. I got like my blanket. I got my sleep mask on, right? So I can't. I got a manta sleep mask on. I can't see anything, and I always feel like they're gonna cut through my torso, like they're hacking through the ox.
Okay,
and I'm
yeah.
gonna be like, yeah, like it's just gonna be grotesque.
Yeah. I'm always like the chances of the torso killer.
And I want me,
It's
and I
so
want my wife to
slim.
jump up and just run. I'm just like, just run, my torso.
oh, they're gonna already got you. So
Yeah, but
your
I
wife-
feel like I could get one good phrase out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, run, torso dead. Like
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I could do that.
Yeah. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time. Welcome back to a Corporate Time. We've got 2 of the Sanford 4 here.
Oh yeah, I forgot we
I
called
thought it was
that.
the Sanford 3. Now we're adding a
Wait a
person.
minute.
Who
Well,
do
Dom-
we add?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's usually-
is Dom in or out?
Dom and Paul are the other 2 missing.
Right.
Yeah. So we got Mike Smith and Dustin here. So
I didn't know what you. Why did you?
That was aggressive.
Yeah, he goes. We got Mike Smith, and I thought you were gonna go. We got Mike Smith and Dum Dum. I'm like, what's
Dustin
happening? Yeah, why did
came
he?
back again?
Yeah, and we got
I don't know
Dustin
why.
here.
You
I'm
know-
sorry, I'm giving you the business this afternoon, but something's wrong with you, buddy.
yeah, well, my brain is Swiss cheese, and the CTE, I'm fighting it back, and it's coming.
Oh, poor Junior Seau.
Because my irrational fears, speaking of irrational fears, is that I call someone by the wrong name.
well, you almost called him Dum Dum, which would have been his
That-
wrong. That's wrong.
Would have worked.
No.
Yeah, does it work? Yeah, Mike says it worked. Okay, hold on.
It would have worked.
It would have worked.
And he probably would have said it less aggressively.
I'm not joking. Anybody that we have in the show, I'm immediately scared of the calling
Well,
them
then
the
make
wrong
me
name.
do it. I
No.
always make you do it. That's always been the bit, but I'll do it.
I'm afraid that if I do that, I'll get soft and I'll stop thinking in my head, like, remember their names, even though, like, why would I forget Dustin's name? I've
Well,
You've
noticed.
only known each other for like 20 years.
20
give or
years.
I know
take.
Dustin for
Yeah.
20
At
years.
least
It's still
20
a
years.
concern that you have.
So, but it's that irrational panic when you're about to say someone's name where you're like, oh my God, what if it's not their
Oh,
name?
God, I better say Dum Dum. That'll fix it.
I never commit to a name now. I never ever commit if I'm not 100%. I just
Yeah,
hey,
what's up,
good to
man?
see you
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I
know,
do that too.
Well,
I panic.
I always go with like, hey, man, oh, hey, what's going on? Like, I don't, and it was a trick that I did years and years ago, and I don't think I've ever gotten off of it. You know, because
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought it up, Mike, because I want to ask Mike Smith from Sanford, and I say that because Mike he's the Renaissance man of Sanford in the fact that he has dabbles in so many different things, like
Yeah.
all of like. Anything
What do
that
you
comes
need?
up, like
What do you need?
Mike Smith will
He
pop up and be
knows-
like,
yeah.
like I got that, and like, hold on, why are you organizing a backgammon competition?
Yeah, he does it
Like,
all.
how do you
I've
know?
done that, yeah.
He's like, I got a bunch of backgammon boards in this warehouse,
And then he
I'm like,
pulls
what?
up a door, and then
Like,
inside there, true to what he said, 100 backgammon tournaments quality.
And Mike always looks cool as a cucumber riding his golf cart wherever, like around Sanford, and then
We don't have the Sanford Cool.
What is
we don't
that?
have that Sanford cool.
Like, everybody in Sanford is
pretty
We're
darn
like,
laid
cool.
back. That's what
Yeah.
it is. We're high
Like,
strung over here.
Just hearing what you said about the event that we're going to promote
Yeah.
made I was having a small heart attack when you were saying that. Like, wait, I haven't booked all the bands.
It's next weekend.
Paul's the same way.
It hurts me, man. That's a high anxiety guy. I can't hear stuff like that. I'm triggered by it,
And
man.
full transparency, the guys are here to have a meeting about Sofa and Suds, and I did lure them here with the promise of on-air bit, so because I'm too lazy to drive all the Sanford. So yeah, because normally I drive to Sanford to get out the West End, go inside.
Once in the last 5 years. Once.
I think I was there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then you used to sit in Paul's smaller office and
Yeah,
a safe,
Where
a
he had
shotgun.
So, it was the tiny office
was a
with
mob
the
boss
extreme,
office.
and it had the extreme sports calendar that his mom bought him.
Yeah, like this is where the shotgun blows your chest out from under the desk.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We're all sitting two inches apart.
Yeah,
Six
yeah.
of us in a 6 square foot room.
Yeah, but it got bigger because you guys are gotten bigger, and so I think the last time I had the Sofa and Suds meeting, which would be 2 years ago, it was at the conference room, and I'm like, you guys are moving on up.
Look at that.
But still, like, I got to get in the car, drive all that. And so now, I
Well,
was
the real
hey,
problem there is
I'll
nothing
give
to
you
do with you
some
guys or the
advertising.
meeting. The real problem is his wife calls him. Hello? Yeah? I'm heading to Sanford. Oh, yeah. It'll take me like 5 minutes to get there and about 2 minutes to get back. Oh,
Yeah.
All right, love you too. Okay. Hi, Mac. Hi, Tommy. Yeah,
I'm in the car. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm in the car. What are you doing?
I'm listening to you outside the car.
Or that would have been you, yeah. And then you go, I'll be home in 2 minutes.
By
I
the
love
way,
you, boy. Why 2 minutes? It
you-
takes
Hey,
45 minutes to
Daddy.
get from here to Sanford, realistically. 45 minutes. You tell your wife 45
Are you in
minutes
the
and
car?
45 minutes back.
Tell people what they want to hear.
They don't want to hear lies.
You guys hear what my wife does to me when she puts my sons on
I
the
do
phone
hear, yeah.
every day.
It's emotional. It's
Like,
emotional abuse.
Tommy's here. I'm like, hey, Tommy. He's like,
We
hey.
wish our daddy was here.
No, but
What
not even
are
that.
you
But they don't
doing?
even want to talk to me.
No, they don't.
And she just puts us both on the spot, and
Well,
we're
no,
both
that's
Just hang up.
Well,
And
that's
I'm
what
like,
I
how
used to
you
do when
doing?
my grandmother called. I'd hand the phone to Andrew. I'd be like, I don't want to talk to this bitch. I got things to do. I got important things to do. I don't want to talk to this old lady.
And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, all right. I'm like,
I don't
what
know.
am I
I'm
doing
not
here?
doing nothing.
Like, what is happening? Anyway, sorry, guys. So let's talk business.
Time's up. Time's up.
Stop talking about your goddamn kids.
Yeah. I did the thing that every business meeting you do, where you do a bunch of small talk at first,
Yeah.
which I never liked.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks, you MFs.
You got 30 seconds. Go.
Actually, I have no idea what I want to talk about.
You
Wow.
have until this elevator door opens on my floor. You better
Oh.
make it good.
Let's talk about the music festival coming up.
Oh yeah, super organized. Been organized for months already. Everything's under control. Don't worry about it. Totally fine. September 11th, we're gonna do a Second Street Music Festival in Sanford.
Nice.
Yeah, we got together with a couple of other guys like Tuffy's, 119 French, and they all have stages. We're all on Second Street from 1792 to Sanford. So we decided to do like an all-day free music fest. It's going to start at, I think, 3 o'clock at 2 of the bars, 4 o'clock at West End and Celery. And then it's going to go music all night long inside Tuffy's and West End venue. The music will go after midnight until about 2 in the morning, probably.
Awesome.
Also, at West End, we got Supervillains. They're closing out the show.
Hey, I love that. I love me some supervillains.
So I know we've talked about it a million times, but I mean, so many things are getting built in Sanford, and
You guys got a hotel now, right?
There's
Coming.
a couple in the works. Yeah,
Coming.
there's a couple in the works right
Couple
now.
of
Yeah,
those.
well, they're renovating a historic building that's been there since 1920s. It's a very historic hotel. There's a group that's been trying to get it off the ground as far as restoring it and bringing it back to its glory. It's a
Nice.
beautiful building. And then there's a couple new hotels being floated around for First Street downtown. They're back and forth with the planning and zoning with their designs.
I remember when Deland got a Hilton.
no, is that a big deal?
I was like, ooh, what? We got us a
Fancy.
Hilton.
We got a new Holiday Inn by the highway, but it's still 4 miles.
Yeah,
away.
that's too
So,
far
yeah,
away.
yeah.
You want
Yeah.
that historic,
Stumble. Gotta
cool,
stumble
kitschy
around there.
downtown stuff.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
You want to be able to take the trolley or a golf cart everywhere.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
So, Mike, describe to me your day-to-day activities because I want your life. And maybe I think I want it, but maybe I don't.
You
Because
said a lot of dumb things. That's pretty dumb.
well, because
Dumb.
Actually, I would tell you no, man. I don't think you do.
It looks like it
Okay,
does
well,
look
I
high
don't know.
stress to me. It looks like you handle it well, but it looks high stress.
Okay, is it a high stress and you're just not a stressed out guy? Because you never look stressed out.
You guys just made me so happy when I see you. It changed me, but no, things have changed a lot. With the COVID last year and everything, and I decided to pivot and get out of the bar business for a little bit and get back in the restaurants. I had a couple concepts in my head I wanted to try, and so I did that last year. I opened 2 places last year. Actually, two for me, and then. I helped get Sushi and Soul, my friend Al, back up. Him and I started the truck 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
It'll be 3 weeks from now, 10 years ago.
Congratulations,
September 23rd.
man.
So that thing
wild.
stuck it out of all the trucks. It was the last truck standing, and I got them up to Sanford, actually, with Celery City.
Nice.
With Paul and Shane. And
Are they there permanently now?
Yeah.
I love
it's
that.
a brick and mortar. They got the patio. So they're doing
Dig
great.
it.
That's going on 2 years ago. And then last year I got out of the bar business. I got out of the Imperial and the Sullivan, and I opened the current seafood counter, something I've always wanted to do. I wanted to have mid-level seafood, approachable seafood. Florida seafood is either shit or is this a cuss show?
No,
that's
fine.
it's all good. It's all good. Don't
no
even
big deal.
worry.
Florida seafood's either rock bottom, overcooked, over-fried, over-grilled, over-blackened, or it's shirt and tie. So
Sure.
I'm splitting the difference. I love the Northeast. I got a little taste of that going on here. And then I opened up craft sausages and classic dogs called Maggie Dog. Also, and that's all in Henry's Depot on First Street.
Maggie Dog.
The new food hall collective that we have up there. It's been open for about a year and a half.
You know,
awesome.
my deceased parents' dog I have is named Maggie.
Yeah.
She's a Maggie dog.
So way to bring this whole thing right down.
Yeah.
He does that all the time. I apologize.
I'm an orphan now. I don't know if you know that. All I have left is their dog.
The whole concept of like putting a bunch of different food venues in one building,
Food court.
like food court style, like that is a thriving business right now, right?
It's popping up everywhere, yeah.
You need some dumb old people to clean the tables. You gotta have
What is it?
cleaning the tables.
like
The
so
name
the,
of the show could be Dum Dum today.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't do that anymore.
is the advantage like, all right, we all collectively pay for the actual like rent of this building, and therefore it cuts down our hard costs, and we're able to be more profitable, like, and that way someone can go and they can have a choice of 5 different places, right?
There's pros and cons. I mean, it is that. It is a collective. It's great for large families, large groups. They can go and pick and choose what they want. A lot more variety. Then they all can convene and sit down somewhere. As far as a business inside of it, there's pros and cons. I do pay a rent, to be in there, and there's things that I get in that rent that take a lot of things off my plate, like building maintenance and things like that. I don't have to worry about. I don't have to paint the I don't have to paint the roof. Just things I don't have to
clean
do
the
anymore.
bathrooms or something.
Yeah, hypothetically, we still pitch in here and there, but there's a lot of pros and cons. Together, we all feed off each other's cross promotions and things like that. So we're getting better at it. There's a lot of personalities there to deal with, and it's good. It's been a good run. We've had a good year. We're in our September slump right now, which is usual. It's normal for Sanford. This time of year, so we're riding that out, but we're getting ready for a good fall and a good winter.
Let's talk golf carts, because you guys are golf cartmen, and you travel.
Is there any is it a competition kind of a thing? Like,
Yeah, there's definitely competition.
like if you came rolling up in like a busted ass golf cart, would the guys clown you a little bit?
It's funny because I was against golf carts. I got to Sanford 9 years ago last week, and that's when I started opening craft beers, craft cocktails.
Congrats, man!
Yeah, it's felt like 20 years to be honest. But a year into it, I'm up there trying to do things and shake things up, and then they made the golf cart, the downtown a golf cart zone, and I thought it was a stupid idea.
We have it around here, and I thought it sort of the same.
I thought of the villages. I'm like, why are we going in that direction? We should be shaking up. We should be getting edgy up here. And
we need dune buggies.
Fast forward a couple years, these young couples are moving in. They're getting a golf cart, busted up old golf cart, and but it looks fun. I'm like, all right, I can see it. Back then I was still riding my bike a lot, and I lived 2 blocks from work.
Yeah, you haven't given fully into sedentary life.
But then a couple nights nice golf carts start rolling around and catching your attention. Like, all right, and everyone looks like they're having a blast, when they're just going 100 feet, from one bar to another. I still thought it was stupid, and then I got one a couple years ago, and I don't remember life without a golf cart. I don't remember how I got around before because I sit on this cushion and it just takes me where I want to go.
Yeah, it's like a cloud, electric cloud.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Also, if you have a long beard and long hair, and you go from bike to golf cart, you instantly went from homeless to like this guy likes to party and has money because like golf cart.
Right.
Yeah. Like if you ride your bicycle, even though like it's not that hard or whatever.
Well, no, golf
like,
cart.
I have that long beard, long hair. Like
Golf cart. When I look at you, I go, oh, this guy didn't get DUIs, right? Like, because you gotta have a street legal, gotta have a license. I mean, it's.
So I want, and me and Daniel have been talking about this. We both want golf carts to start driving around because technically,
I want to sit in a golf. I want to be able to drive it in here and just never leave it. Like drive up, put the mic right in.
Because
that's called a rascal.
Yes, that's what I need. I need a big fat.
Because the rule is, and your golf carts, you have like the license plate and everything.
We gotta have that triangle on the back.
You got a sticker,
Yeah,
and
you
you have
have a
to have
little
some
sticker.
reflective tape, and you have to have your turn signals and your horns and
the
and
DOT
lights.
windshield.
Yeah.
That's what- that's
Around
the
here, they
stupid
make
one.
them have the big octagon. Like a,
No, you don't have to do that.
Well,
Yeah,
you can get a
Sanford's
stoplight, and you don't have to get the octagon. I think that's in place of a brake light. Right?
No, I'm getting brake lights.
You have to have brake lights. You have to have brake
Oh,
lights.
you have to.
Yeah.
What is that octagon thing? Is
I
that
don't
some
know.
Baldwin
I
part?
see- I think it's a Baldwin
reflective.
Park
You have to
thing.
have some sort of reflective surface.
Well, it looks
as well.
stupid. I want to look cool while I'm driving this.
Or you can just not say anything for a couple of months and drive whatever you want.
No, not around here. We
That's fine.
can't, man. Like we had the wrong color curtains, and they rode us up like one day.
It's more enjoyable life, right? When you get on that golf cart and you're driving, and it's just like you're open air,
And you're always
it's not
drunk
loud.
on the golf cart. Right? You're drunk on it.
Yeah, they never pull you over because
No, they can't. I don't think legally they can pull you over.
I am not going to speak to that.
I have heard that legally you cannot be pulled over while driving intoxicated on a golf cart because it's technically a child's toy.
Perfect.
I heard the
let's go with
cops
that.
like, of course
I
he's
want to
drunk.
call Mo on that one.
I mean, hey, you live your life, Sam. I know what I'm doing.
Hey, I heard the cops are like, this guy, I'm not gonna pull him over, ruin his day.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows that the cop that pulls the
Yeah.
cop that pulls over the golf cart is.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows he's
That's
the
equivalent to going and popping the balloons at a birthday party.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Who wants to do that?
You also don't want to be seen doing that.
No, because you're like, look at Jerry pull over the golf cart. Then they bully Jerry.
You don't want. Think of how many impressions you're going to get of eyes going by you while you got the golf cart pulled over.
I've actually been pulled over twice.
Oh, you got to do it.
Oh,
you got to
I've
do
been pulled over in a
it
golf cart.
behind. You gotta
DUI?
Oh my god.
But I was crossing a road I was supposed to cross, knowingly to run some errands. Because once you get a golf cart, you don't want to get in your car anymore.
9 months I spent in my golf cart without driving my car.
Yeah.
Really?
9
There's
months.
been times I have to
There was vines growing
I have to go
across the
start my
doors.
car.
Of your car.
That's pretty
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah,
It was the car I rode in, right?
probably.
Okay.
Wait a minute. That car's always had vines.
Exactly.
That car is fine.
So I thought you could cross over busy streets.
There's a couple of crossings.
They just
Designated
made it
crossings,
legal to cross over 1792 to Winn-Dixie.
and that's where I used to get busted.
Oh,
That's a big deal in San
now-
Today we put in place the
Yeah, that is a
Winn-Dixie
big deal,
law. So
actually.
now
Big
you can
deal.
get
It's
your
actually a
beef,
pretty big deal.
people.
it is a nice convenience.
Yeah, no, it really is.
If we could just get to that Winn-Dixie and our golf carts, our lives will be good.
But like with the two restaurants I have, you need one thing, and I have to go home in my golf cart, get my car, and then go to Winn-Dixie, then put my car back.
We
and
need
get back in.
poblanos.
Can you park in like the stripe zones near like the handicap?
I do on my scooter all the time.
Okay,
Is that
yeah.
wrong?
Yeah.
It's still the same rules as a vehicle, so no. But it's still,
I do it, though,
It's
man.
still the Wild West, like you said. Like no one's been busted
Yeah.
yet, but we're all waiting. We're all waiting for that first.
Well,
big
there's
one,
some
yeah.
areas that have put signs in those areas saying golf cart parking okay, but I don't know if those were legal signs.
And by somebody, it's you guys. It was
Yeah, it
celery.
was us. It was
Are you guys running
Absolutely.
gas or electric?
Like,
I prefer electric.
electric, yeah.
Electric.
Electric's the way to go, even though everybody's like, well, the gas.
Well,
are
if you
more
use gas,
efficient.
I think that you're a trash picker-upper man. Because
And you make that putt sound when you go by. I'm
Backfires every once in a while,
whole
and it's,
different-
gunshot sound.
The whole point is to run quiet.
Yeah.
It just all you hear is the tires on the road and the wind.
it's like a dumber Tesla.
yeah.
That's all you hear is
Yeah. And then, and you're right. It's just there's something enjoyable that makes traveling enjoyable. It's like motorcycle without. although it's still, I still assume you'd be rocketed out the front if someone ran into your full speed. Like it's not. It's probably not. It's probably just as dangerous as a motorcycle, right?
If you get hit by a car, yeah,
because you're not wearing a seatbelt,
and you're not wearing a helmet,
Right,
so it could be
as
less
dangerous as a motorcycle at 17 miles an hour.
Well, mine goes 30.
Well,
whoa!
And I've never almost flipped my car. I've almost flipped my golf cart a few times.
Well, my whole thing. I want to get a golf cart to drive because I can go right down Lakemont from my house to here, no problem.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's a 35-mile-an-hour street. But I'm in my mind, I'm sitting on my golf cart, and then I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and some teen is texting.
Some lady's putting her makeup on in the morning, and she just rides right through you.
Yeah, so they're texting, and they don't notice the red light.
And you don't have a helmet on, which a motorcycle, at least you might have a helmet on.
And then I think to myself, I could brace for impact by just straightening my legs.
You told me that if somebody hit you, that you could do a flip in the air and land on your feet.
No,
he said this one time.
No, I didn't. I said that if I was in the air, that I may be able to
land on your feet.
Have the wherewithal to not land
correct yourself midair and land on your feet.
Anyway, I've abandoned that. I know I can't. All right, I admit it.
I didn't mean to do that in front of them.
Anyway, it rockets me through the DOT windshield, which made it harder. And
just thick plastic. It's just gonna smash your face flat.
And then I land 25 feet.
Oh, right in the Winn-Dixie.
on the asphalt.
Oh man!
And
you're right there up front where they got all the green nuts to make boiled peanuts.
It does that move where like NFL players when they get knocked out immediately, where their arms go stiff, and I'm just sliding across the floor with my stiff arms because I'm unconscious.
Oh man!
And I'm never gonna be the same. Like that's my fear. Is that happening? And
your shoes fall off. That's the worst part.
And it seems like it's
when you're laying there, and it seems like you're dead. You're not, but then
it's fine, right?
But once you get past that fear that you just have, that you described, which is pretty big fear. Once you get past that, it's a good time. Yeah.
And you can go anywhere. What's the parking? Just park where normal parking?
Yeah, it's normal parking. We all try to have etiquette with other golf carts. Like we all try to take up a half of a parking spot when we park.
Oh, two
you
per
can tell.
spot.
You can tell when there's a new guy.
Yeah.
You can tell when someone's just newly got a golf cart because they'll take the whole spot up, and we'll leave a note on their cart saying, "Hey, save a spot for me."
Oh yeah.
Save the turtles. Come on.
That's when you do the doo-doo handle. Although in the golf cart, you'd have to put it in their glove box.
We just shit right on their seat.
There it is. Write that down, Sam. We got another one, Sam. We got to write that one down. You didn't hear?
You go on the battery so it heats it up. Anyway.
No, you put it where the switch is, where you go into reverse.
Any other events we got to plug before we have our meeting?
Something about the couches, right? We're going to talk about that?
Well, that's we're
okay, gotcha.
The sofa and suds are now. Should we break the? Maybe we can announce it for the first time.
Should we break the internet? Should I get the champagne? I'm gonna get the champagne bottle
Let
out.
me just
I'm gonna
clarify. I don't know if permission approved it, but it should be just fine. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Should be no problem.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
So November 14th.
Yeah.
This year. So it's not the week before Thanksgiving like we've always done it. It's the 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, November 14th. We're not doing the beer fest this year. It's just Sofa and Suds.
Yep.
Me and Daniel are going to host it just like we've done for the past, how many years?
I don't know.
6,
It's
7?
been a long time.
The first one was November of 13.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we've been hosting it long enough to have the occasional person walk up and go, "You guys again?" There's been a bit of that. There's been a bit of that. Look, we bring the humor.
Yeah. So just mark it down your calendar, Sofa and Suds, November 14th. And more details to come, obviously.
Yeah, and just know we're definitely stepping it up this year. We're doing some bigger things that we haven't done before. We're adding some bigger aspects to it, and I'm excited to talk about that later on down the line once we get it all knocked out. But it's definitely going to be a lot of cool stuff that we haven't done before.
Yeah, when we announce VIP, grab your tickets because it usually sells out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.